This is a Mark 1 Triumph Vitesse. It's been sitting, I think, 25 to 30 years or something. I think we should be able to get it running. Oh, I can hear it sparking. I think it's going to go. Hi, and a massive welcome back to the channel. So if you're new here, the aim of the game here is to try and buy cars, mainly classic cars, interesting cars, with the amount of money we can get out of a cash machine. Granted, we go over budget quite often, but today we're pretty much in budget. I've got to go get a bit more cash out the cash machine. I've got 200 quid in my pocket and I need to get another 200, so this is a £400 car. It's just up the road from me and it's a Mark 1 Triumph Vitesse. It's been in a barn for, I think, 20 to 30 years. I don't think it doesn't look like it's moved for a very, very long time. Hopefully I'll get some footage of it before we drag it out of the barn, because it's got a layer of dust on it like this thick. Unfortunately, this is the day I picked to pick it up and it's raining all day. You might notice I'm also in a different car. My truck's just over there. It failed its MOT, so we're borrowing this for the day, and this is absolutely luxurious compared to anything I've driven before. We're going to pick it up now. It's literally about 10 minutes down the road from me, so we'll bring it back and we'll see if we can get it running, see if we can get it driving. Yeah, that's the aim of the game for the first video. We'll see how bad it is when we get it back, but yeah, let's go there now. Damn, that's cool. Alright, so we're back nice and safe. This is a Mark 1 Triumph Vitesse. It's got a 2-litre straight 6 engine in it. They're pretty good cars when they're going. One of the guys up here at the workshop actually has one way nicer than this. I've got to say, it was a pretty easy, painless collection of a car. All the wheels seem to roll free. The brakes don't seem to be seized on any of them, and all the tyres seem to be holding air. But yeah, it's been sitting, I think, for 25 to 30 years or something. It's been sitting a long time, so let's have a quick look around it and show you how bad it is. This side of the bonnet, not so bad. This door, absolutely rotten, completely rotten. As we go around the back here, you see these seams. I mean, they're not tragic, but they're all starting to blister all down here. The top half of the car, I think, is all right. It's a real shame about the rain, because I really wanted to keep all the dust on this and do like a really good cleaning video on it, but it's the only day I've got to pick it up, so that's fine. Here on the back we've got a 2-litre badge, a Triumph. It's a T-ump. So in the boot, it looks pretty good actually. I'm quite surprised by the condition of the boot. I think the back end of this car's kept a lot drier than the front end, but we've got no rust really. I mean, there's been a squirrel in there, obviously, living out its days in the back of this car. It looks complete, which is the main thing. As we go around here, this panel looks like it's had some work. They've painted it for some reason in primer, but it's got rust bubbling through it pretty much everywhere. And as you can see, the bottom of this door completely gone. I literally put my hand straight through it. It's completely had it. let's look at the interior. So the interior actually isn't too bad on this car. I have not looked at the mileage on it. Probably should do. But the seats don't look too bad. Dashboard, yeah, it's got some cracks in it. It says Vitesse in the middle there. But they don't look really bad. This one's got a bit of a tear in it, I think. But this is where it gets quite bad. The footwells have got big holes in them. The sills have also got massive holes in them. These outer ones do actually just bolt on. But this bit, that bit needs a lot of work. Oh, someone's put a Pioneer sound system in it. Oh my god. Where's the radio then? Someone must have ripped that out. This side of the bonnet, really not very good. Very, very rusty, especially around this headlight. Nothing really holding that on anymore. Let's have a look under the bonnet. So under here, we've got a 2-litre straight 6 engine running on 2 SU carbs. Quite big carbs as well. And I don't think it's locked up. Haven't really tested it too much. I tried to turn it, but I couldn't because the water pump was definitely seized. But it did look like, see there, does look like there's a little bit of movement there. The water pump's not moving at all. It's obviously been sitting a very long time. It's normally around here. They're normally very rusty because these leak or spill. There's a bottle of, what's that? Brake fluid right there. Yeah, I'll see if I can get any brakes or clutch. The clutch will be the main thing. This is the clutch. This is the brake pedal. See if we can get any of those working. But yeah, let's get it off the trailer. Check, see if we've got oil in it, and try and unseize that water pump. See if we can get it to turn over. We'll chuck a fresh battery on it and see what happens. Obviously, I'm gonna not connect up the fuel tank because I have no good fuel in it whatsoever. We're going to try and run it off a jerry can. See if our throttle cables, this is the choke. That seems quite free, and I think this one's the throttle. This one here. Get to it down there. Yeah, so that looks like it. That looks like it should work. I think we should be able to get it running. Should I try getting it running before I clean it? I might do you guys a favour and clean this one before I actually start getting it running. I don't know. It's not really my thing. You know, I like to try and get them running whilst they're dirty as possible. Let's get it off the trailer. Let's get it off the trailer. Okay, so let's check the mileage on this. As you can see, this driver's seat doesn't look like anyone's really ever sat in it. What have we got? We've got 69,000 miles, and I reckon that's probably genuine. If you look at these pedals, they don't look massively worn out. Unless they've been replaced, but I doubt it. It's been sitting for so long. And judging by the wear on this seat, this could be genuine mileage. Damn, it has that real old car smell in here, like really old. One thing I don't think I've got is any keys, or any ignition barrel by the looks of things. That's quite important. It looks like someone might have been in here and had it. I have to hotwire it, I guess. Alright, the car's here. Jesus Christ. Doesn't roll quite as nicely as I thought it would. Oh my god. I know you guys really want me to probably clean this first. but I'm going to check the oil first. Here's our dipstick. What's this? I've never seen one of these before. It's some sort of different sort of coil. I've never seen a coil like that before. Looks like we've got oil. Looks like we've got loads of oil, which means, yeah, that does taste like fuel, but it doesn't taste that much like fuel. So I think that's all right. I think that's all right. We've got oil. Let's see what it looks like in here. That looks pretty clean. Let's try and free up this water pump. Let's give it a whack with a hammer or something and see if we can get this thing to turn over. It now turns over freely and the water pump's spinning. I'm not sure it's in any good condition, the water pump. Let's chuck a battery on it, find out the wires behind the dash that basically connect them together for the ignition, and see if this turns over. Alright, hopefully nothing catches fire. We've got power. Oh, the headlights are on. No way. Look at that. That's a pretty cool picture right there. We've got backlights too. Unbelievable. Let's turn them off for a start. Which are the headlights? These? They're off now. If there's anything in here first. No. Nothing. Anyway, I think it's these wires here. One will be for ignition. One will be to turn it on, start it up. So I've managed to jump two of the wires together, which has turned our ignition on. And if I know anything about old British cars, there should be a red and black, red and white will be to the starter. We now touch this on there. Oh my god. Right, so this is my bypass for the ignition. One turns, but goes from the main 12 volt supply, turns the ignition on. One goes to turn the coil on, and then the other one we touch on the starter wire and it should turn it over. Let's just check we've got 12 volts there now when I plug this in. 12.29 volts, so that should be working now. And magically, just like that, it's dry again. I was getting too wet. I was getting absolutely soaked trying to get this running. It's now the next day, which is much, much better. It's nice, dry, calm day. I'm gonna just take all of this off, clean everything up, just make sure we're getting a good spark. Just before I left, I managed to put a little cup full of petrol there, pulled the pipe off the pump that goes to the tank and put it straight into a cup, and it was actually drawing fuel all the way around into the carburetors. So this should be able to run off its own tank. We're obviously not going to plumb the tank up because it's probably got 30-year-old fuel in it. Oh, my rotor arm's completely destroyed itself. Well, that could be half of our issue there. All right, I've just pumped some more fuel through. The rotor arm is completely broken, but I have managed to get it in now. I've got one on order. I'm just going to go pick a new one up, but I'm just going to see if we got a spark now. All right, let's see if that breaks the rotor arm. Oh, I can hear it sparking. I think it's going to go. I think it's actually going to start. All right, I think if I try and give it a bit of choke, yes, I reckon. It's trying. It's really trying. Oh, almost went there. Whew. running pretty well. Making quite a few bad noises with the alternator and the water pump, but no misfires. Choke is now off, and if I rev it, seems to run quite happily. Right, I better turn it off. I think this will be the best way, will it? Still running. That must mean it's charging. Want me to pull these out? Which one? I don't know. That one maybe? There you go. Now I'm pretty impressed at that. To be honest, it didn't sound too bad. I don't think there's any water or coolant in it at all. And the pipes are pretty corroded. Just about to run out of fuel. I've got to say, these straight six engines run really smooth. Might have sounded a bit rattly on the microphone, but to be honest, it sounds pretty good to me. Next thing I want to do actually, see how bad this fuel tank is, because it sounds completely empty to me. Here's the fuel cap. That smells really bad. Yeah, let's try and see if we can flush this tank out a bit. Put some fuel in it. I'm just going to run a bit of fuel through the tank and see if it comes out. Okay, so I found an issue. This is the fuel pipe, and it's not connected to there. There was a little rubber hose in between the two, and it just sort of fell off. The more worrying thing is there's no fuel coming out of here when there should be. It should be pouring out by now, but we're going to put this little new rubber hose in there.
A few moments later.
So we've now got fuel from the tank to the pump. I did actually have to put a whole new copper line in. It's not buttoned up at the bottom, it's still hanging down here. You can probably see it there. Buttoned up at the front. I now need to get it sorted at the back. But this was the old one. Every time I put fuel in it, it kept splitting. And yeah, just totally had it. But we've got a new one in. Let's just check the radiator, see if we've got any. There won't be any fluid in it, I'm sure. Absolutely dry as a bone. Let's fill it up with water and see how many leaks we got. Right, so that's the radiator full at the moment. Doesn't seem to be leaking anywhere yet. Let's turn it on and see how many leaks we got. Should just push this. It actually runs so well. It's crazy. Right. Put some more water in it. Let's see if it's charging. 14.5 volts. That alternator is actually working. The water pump doesn't sound very happy, I've got to admit. But then again, it was seized, so it's never going to be right. Radiator's still full. Sounds really healthy. I've got to say, apart from that horrible bearing on the water pump, or just the water pump in general, it runs absolutely fine without any splutters or anything. It seems really smooth. Let's see if we've got any clutch or brakes. Let's open these up first. Probably not going to be able to do it with my hand, I don't think. Oh, that one is. Oh, that looks all right. We might have clutch here. This is the clutch, this is the brake. Piston here, they're normally seized. Solid. This one. Yeah. That one's not coming undone. I doubt we do. Straight to the floor. Which I think probably means that it's seized. Brakes. Again, think it's completely seized. Let's give this thing a big clean down and then see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure where everywhere you look, the paint is completely faded. It might actually have quite a cool patina on it when we get it off, because I think the paint's just so faded everywhere. Let's get the jet wash out, start scrubbing this. Okay, so we're going to just give it a rinse down with the jet wash to get all the big bits of dirt off. And then I'm going to snow foam it, scrub it, see how it comes up. The car looks a lot better. It's definitely got what you might call patina. I might just call it just rust, but it's sort of, this paint's faded everywhere. I've just run a sort of oily rag all over the whole thing because that sort of gives it that sort of shine, but it's not. Basically, you'll never get this paintwork to shine ever again. But yeah, it's got this sort of faded, rusty. It's just rusty everywhere. The boot lid's all faded. Yeah, I mean, it's quite actually kind of cool. I don't hate it. I do think it would be quite a cool little thing to drive around in. Let me know what you guys think about it. Yeah, the paint's just so faded. It's got all this sort of... There's something about it is quite cool. It's sort of giving me a bit of like a with nail and eye vibe. I don't really know what it is, but I quite like it. Alright, this video is getting on a bit, so I'm going to save the rest of it for another video. The car now looks pretty clean. It runs, it doesn't drive, but in the next one, we're going to get all the brakes and the clutch working and see if we can actually drive this thing around. The first time it's moved in around 30 years. So, yeah, stay tuned for that one. If you like this sort of stuff, please subscribe, and hopefully we'll see that moving under its own power.